Oprah displays many leadership styles, some of which include transactional, transformational, and transcendent leadership. As well, she demonstrates strong leadership attributes such as emotional intelligence and followership, and is considered a visionary.
Cue the drum roll. All right, open your boxes.
So how did Oprah build such a successful brand for herself? In addition to her empathetic and relatable persona, Oprah gives back to her fans, making them feel valued. For example, during her shows, Winfrey gave away everything from croissants to cars. Those unexpected surprises delighted fans and forged their loyalty to the brand.
Transformational leadership predicts higher ratings of effectiveness and satisfaction, better group performance, and greater amount of effort on the part of subordinates. There are 4 elements of transformational leadership in which Oprah exudes: influence, motivation, stimulation, and consideration. Oprah has been an influential and inspirational public speaker for the majority of her life, starting before the age of 7. She motivated herself to change her situation and now motivates others to change their own life trajectory. She stimulates discussion on a large amount of topics, ranging from self-help to understanding social issues. Oprah also considers the critiques of her in her show in order to meet the needs of her fans and become a better version of herself. She does this by broadening and elevating the interests of her followers, generating awareness and commitment to her values as well as society's, and empowering her followers to transcend their own self-interest for the common good.
Oprah has become a successful leader by way of transcendence through competing in the media as a public figure while combating adversity such as race, gender, and socioeconomic status. In doing this, she has demonstrated tremendous resilience and instills hope in others. 6 characteristics of transcendent leadership are wisdom and knowledge, courage, humanity, justice, temperance, and transcendence. These character strengths are important for the sustainability of long-term success and performance.
Oprah shows a balance of being conscious of herself and her followers within the context of her media platform. A lack of modulation of all outgoing and incoming thoughts, feelings, and attitudes leaves room for miscommunication and disconnect from her audience. There are 5 components of emotional intelligence that Oprah encompasses, which are self-awareness, self-regulation, motivation, empathy, and social skills. Has also demonstrated attributes of a follower to other influential leaders, which has helped her form her individual leadership style. Maya Angelou has been one of the greatest influences and mentors in Oprah's life. Her writing gave meaning to Oprah's life and was the inspiration for her journaling. One of the most powerful lessons that Oprah learned from Maya Angelou is that when you know better, you do better. You should not be judged on the person you were, but on the person you were trying to be.
Oprah once said, "The most humble man she has ever met is Nelson Mandela. She sees him as a leader and as a mentor." In reference to the importance of humility, Nelson Mandela said on her show, "The first thing is to be honest with yourself. You can never make an impact in society if you have not changed yourself. Because if you are humble, if you make people realize that you are no threat to them, then people will appraise you. They will listen to you."
How did Oprah become who she is today?
Oprah is the daughter of Vernita Lee and Vernon Winfrey. She was raised in poverty by her grandparents in Mississippi until the age of 6. Her grandmother provided her strict guidance and taught Oprah to read at the age of 2. She later skipped kindergarten by writing a letter to her teacher saying she belonged in the first grade, subsequently being moved into grade 3 after that year, which shows her resilience and drive to succeed. As she grew older, she was sent to live with her mother in the Milwaukee ghetto, where she was sexually abused as a preteen by a cousin and other men her family trusted. At the age of 12, Oprah moved to Nashville, Tennessee to live with her father, where she was exposed to strict but encouraging rules, providing her with the structure of a good value system and allowing her to turn her life around. Her father encouraged her to read and further her education. She was able to receive a scholarship to attend Nicollet High School in Milwaukee. However, at the age of 14, she gave birth to a baby boy who passed away shortly afterwards. In the same year, she makes the honor roll in school, joins the drama club, and gets voted the most popular girl in school. This shows her resilience, social skills, and charisma. At the age of 15, Oprah starts a journal that she continues through her life. This demonstrates her desire to reflect and grow her emotional intelligence, as well as improve her self-management and self-awareness. Around this time, she read the book by Maya Angelou, I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings, showing how she was seeking mentorship. After reading the book, she began concentrating on her education and public speaking. In a speaking contest, Oprah won a scholarship to the Tennessee State University. This shows her intelligence and work ethic, as well as her resilience to growing up in a low socioeconomic status and exposure to racism. Winfrey was crowned Miss Fire Prevention by WVOL, a local Nashville radio station, and was hired by the station to read the afternoon newscast on the radio. She later went on to be selected as the first Miss Black Tennessee, as well as Miss Tennessee, showing her charisma and personability. At the age of 19, she became the youngest person and first Afro-American woman to anchor the news at Nashville's WTVF TV. Less than 8 months after being hired, she was pulled as an anchor, leaving her to take lower-level jobs such as reporting and reading the news. This shows her failure, but also her resilience. This did not stop her. She eventually left the Tennessee State University to pursue a career in television, to prevent missing a significant opportunity to further her career, making co-host of the CBS show People Are Talking. She began working at WJZ-TV in Baltimore for 7 years before being hired as the anchor of AM Chicago, later renamed The Oprah Winfrey Show, where her charisma and personability led to the show becoming nationally syndicated.
Oprah and her show are renowned around the world. What is it about the Oprah Winfrey Show that draws such a dedicated following? During her shows, Oprah is relatable and empathetic. She touches audience members and cries and laughs along with them. These exchanges make the experience more personable and demonstrates the strengths of Oprah's social skills. Over the years, Oprah has had to battle the pressures of tabloid television and define the platform in which she engages her viewers. After some missteps and reflection, Oprah decided to stop being used by television and instead use TV, leading her to pledge to use her show to discuss and focus on meaningful subjects that will enrich and educate the lives of her viewers. This demonstrates that she is aware of her values and that she is actively participating in self-regulation.
Start to think about that, really. Why are you where you are in your life? The choices that you have made have been because of what you believe to be true for yourself.
A theme in Oprah's vision for empowering her followers is the importance of education. Through her experience with education and how it has changed the trajectory of her life, Oprah views education as a key to success and envisions using education to empower others to change their life situations. As she said, education is the key to unlocking the world, a passport to freedom. This can be seen with many projects that she has worked on throughout her career, such as Oprah's Angel Network, Oprah Winfrey Leadership Academy for Women, Oprah's Book Club, and Oprah Winfrey Network. Her vision is a force for inspiring fun and illuminating entertainment one show at a time. This shows that she understands that everything cannot be achieved all at once, but it takes time and can be achieved piece by piece.
If you can see it and believe it, it is a lot easier to achieve it.
The way to do that is through education. For example, in a past project in Chicago, Oprah attempted to help remove inner city girls from their environment, but she lacked the infrastructure to accomplish her goal. Instead of ruminating about her failure, she learned from it and implemented changes in future projects. When Oprah created the Oprah Winfrey Leadership Academy for Girls in South Africa, she realized 3 things. 1, you can't create fundamental change in someone's life unless you change the way they think about their own lives. 2, it needs to be sustainable. And 3, don't help others just to make yourself feel good. In order to help people, the change needs to be long-term. For example, in regards to sexual abuse scandal at the school, she said, the key is not to make emotional decisions like I had when I built the school, but start with infrastructure and the leadership that can sustain it long-term. She did not destroy her dream, but held on to the greater vision. Furthermore, Oprah is an active participant at the school. She indicated that she always wanted to be a teacher, therefore she teaches a senior class at the school called Life 101. By teaching her students, her vision is to empower women to dream of a better life for themselves and to strive for it.
Oprah is an inspirational leader because she shows attributes of transcendent and transformational leadership.
Her emotional intelligence creates relations with those she works with, therefore influencing her followers to become leaders themselves. Oprah's vision is to be a strong advocate for education so that others can empower themselves to change their lives.
Although she has gone through some hardships in her life, she has shown resilience and perseverance, becoming one of the most, if not the most, influential women in the world.